We took her to her father's compound as the tradition demands. When we got there, they seized this woman's corpse. They seized my grandma's corpse and said, we are not going to take her to her husband's family. Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Welcome to this chit chat video with me. From the title, you guys already know what I'm here to talk about. I want to share with you guys some of the, will I say, wicked and mean traditions we actually underwent before the burial of my grandma, right? My grandma was buried on the 30th of August 2023, about 3 months ago. Yes, that was when we did the burial. But some issues happened that led to us not putting out the video here on YouTube. A few of you that are close to me already know what I'm talking about. But that's for my auntie Joyce Love to share on her channel later. So, from the beginning, when she died, even when she was still alive, you guys saw the battle with her, the family where they married her into, the family where she was married, and how they frustrated her life until she died, and then they continued with the frustration even after she died and all of that. A few of you that are new on the channel may not get the full gist, but if you're new to my channel, please scroll down, right? Maybe you can get the full gist, or you visit my auntie's channel, Joyce Love. That's where you can find all the stories that I'm about to share. You know, all the full details of this video. You may not understand what I'm saying from this particular one. Anyways, I'm not here to say much. I'm just here to share with you guys some of the things that they made us go through. Immediately, the moment my grandma died and we began the process of the burial preparations, Wahala started. You guys saw all of that. They said we should do they pushed us into doing the burial of a woman that has already died years before she died. That one aside, we agreed with them, and the rest of them, they were like, it's a tradition that somebody cannot be, there's not going to be a pending funeral in the compound and then we come to do another funeral, right? That one passed, as in the heat of that one passed. After that, they took us to court that because she does not have a male child, she will not be buried in the compound. This, that. I saw a lot of people saying that there is another issue in the family that led to that. That is not just because she does not have a male child. See, you guys say, will I say that I don't see the reason why we all will come out here on social media to come and bring out stuff like that, stories like that, when it is not true. Enugu is just down there. It's not a hidden community, right? It's not like it's somewhere that people cannot go to find out the true story. It was after my auntie made that last video that she did that they refused her from burying her grandma. The video she made in the court, that was when a lot of people came out. Some bodies in Anambra State. The matter even got to the office of the governor, right? So some people became interested in the matter and were like, how in God's name will a woman not be buried in her husband's house just because she does not have a male child? And the heat of that one happened. And you guys know that she was actually maltreated in that her so-called husband's family. She was maltreated because she did not have a male child. They maltreated her. She wasn't counted among what they were doing. Even when they were selling the husband's lands, when they were sharing the lands, they didn't share and give her. All of those nonsense tradition that Igbos observe, right? That at some point I say that those traditions are supposed to be abolished, right? Because I don't see the reason why, because a woman does not have a male child, she will not have a say in the family. She will not inherit her husband's property. If you're an Igbo person and you're saying that what we are saying is a lie, that means you need to go and ask questions. These things has happened in so many families. We are not the first to experience this kind of a thing. Just that this one went extra miles. They went as far as saying that she will not be buried in her husband's compound, in her own hut, where her husband gave her. We're talking about 80-something years old woman here that lived like 60-something years of her life with this said man. So guys, back to what I was saying. That one passed. On that particular day that she was to be buried, even before she was to be buried, even before that day that we buried her, her family people sent us a very long list of what to buy, because of the reason that, okay, she was not well taken care of by the family. And at some point, I was asking these questions. Is it now the family that people are torturing, or we that we are to foot the burial bills? Because you guys already know that she does not have a male child, right? And you guys already know the level of her children, how their financial status. So why in God's name will you now bring a long list and say that this is what you're demanding because she was not well taken care of, that her family, sorry, husband's family maltreated her, and then you still know that the only people that can still foot these bills are still her children and not the so-called family that does not even care, that does not even want her to be buried. That one passed. We dig out that one. We were able to do the ones we did, and then that one passed. The entire community, they were demanding, these people demanding, these other people demanding. The Umadas, like, how will I say it? Umada Enugwagidi. Like Umada Mbakwana Enugwagidi. The Umada from Mbako, that's my grandma's village community, right? That are being married in the same town where they're marrying her. Them too demanded their own list. Then the traditional people also demanded their own because she was a traditionalist somehow with her husband back then. That was before she repented, because we led her to Christ a few years even before she died. So all these things, when I'm beginning to imagine them, I'll be like, the one that made me to sit here right now to film this video is what happened on that particular day that she was to be buried. We took her to her father's compound, as the tradition demands that she must first of all reach there. The moment you pick her from the mortuary, she must first of all get there before she'll be taken to her husband's compound to be buried. When we got there, they seized this woman's corpse. They seized my grandma's corpse and said, we are not going to take her to her husband's family because she was maltreated. Hey, God. If you see demand, they were demanding goats, abi chicken. They will demand goats, demand chicken, a fowl, female, male, all those. In fact, let me play that video so that you guys will watch all that happened when we took her to her father's compound, before I now come back to explain better. So you guys, the very first tradition that was very strange to me was the one they call the Iwakwa, right? That's our eldest uncle now in the family holding the wrapper that they will use and put on the coffin, right, of my grandma. That's he will say a lot of things, if it's somebody that killed you, pursue the person. If you died your natural death, rest in peace, all those things. They will say all those things, and then they will now use the piece of wrapper, a brand new piece of wrapper, to cover the coffin, right? This one, they said we are not the one to buy it. That is the family that will buy the wrapper of their choice and then use it to cover her, right? So that's exactly what they have done now. This one is the Ipwakwa, and they have done this particular one. So sorry guys, I'm trying to clear my throat. Okay, and another one is that they are also going to be cooking in her father's compound, while they are also cooking in her husband's compound for the people that will come for the burial. You can see here, this setup now is where they are cooking both fufu, both rice, different kinds of food in her own father's compound though. So we have two cooking setups, not just one. So that one apart, they will cook for, like, they will also put canopy as if they are doing burial in her father's compound, and also put another some other canopies like you guys saw in her own husband's compound. That means there's going to be two canopies set up, like it's just like literally doing two different burials, right? That's what I see it as, just like doing two different burials at the same time, right? Then after that, the elders came and they called me by the side, me and my auntie, and said they need to perform one ritual before they will be able to pick her. I refused at first and thought it was a child's play. The youths came. See the way they dragged me here. And they said they kept on saying that we must perform the ritual. I told them that I'm not a traditionalist.
that we need to take her body now and go. I called some of my uncles. I called my uncle on phone and he came. My auntie was trying to explain. Everybody was trying to explain. They insisted and said, no way, that we must have to perform that particular tradition. It became an issue, like quarrel stirred up. The kingdom was divided. The family divided into two, the Christians and the traditional people. Everybody, quarrel started. My uncle was making more calls, calling more people to come, that these people are trying to give us issues. He called a lot of people to come, and they did came. And the man behind him now, that old man, was the one saying they must do it. They must do it. I was trying to beg them. My auntie came to pick me up and said she wants to say, let it leave the body for them, let them bury, let them, that she's tired of everything. I had to explain to her and beg her that no, she needs to calm down. We have come this far that we don't have to make trouble, right? We don't have to make trouble at all. We have come this far. I tried to explain to her how the youth chairman came to meet me and told me that they are going to cause trouble in my grandma's husband's family house. I told them that you people should not cause trouble. This woman does not have a male child. Nobody will come out. Even if people will start making trouble now, nobody is going to come out to ask questions. So some of my other uncles also came. You can see the one on white. Then some other elders also came. The women also came. No be small matter. For more than 2 hours, we were on this particular issue. They were demanding goats and sheep. Sorry, I say sheep. My brain don't burst. And what is it called? Chicken, all those things, yam. You know, it's what, yam, rope, some things. Then machete, things that they will use and do their ritual, whatever, that they will put in the coffin for her. And they send her on errand to go and kill who killed all those. I told them that vengeance is of the Lord. People should leave these things. Let us go. They refused. And the others that came with us from my grandma's village, you can see them here. They are not even saying anything. I had to go and meet them. I'm like, please, people should shook mouth inside this matter. They said they cannot say anything because my grandma was maltreated. See, my auntie, this woman has been stressed. Like, they don't drag her like a pass my neighbor generator up and down. So my uncle kept on making calls. The police were waiting for us because we had police escorts that will escort us back. They were waiting for us. Even the photographer took me out for the matter and told me that I should not drag with these people. I should just allow them to do it. That is their tradition. So at some point, I just give up. After the women leader, this woman that was talking to me here, finished talking and said, "Nay, don't drag it with them. Oh, it's not going to end today." So at some point, I just had to give up and told them that, okay, no problem. You people should cost how much it is for us and let us pay in cash, and then later you guys can perform your ritual or whatever. They insisted and refused, though, that the ritual must be done while her body is lying in that compound, that if not, we are not going to move her at all. And after much long talk, like, my brother was even pissed and angry. Everybody was already pissed. Like, they dragged me like a past manageable generator. They would carry me go here, and I had to call this my uncle, who happens to be a traditionalist that understands the tradition better. I explained everything to him. He was the one that came to settle the whole matter, and then that was when they allowed us to move her body back to her husband's house. And when we got to her husband's house, when they were about to bury her, you guys no be small quarrel. No be small thing. After the iponyaja, like pouring of sand inside the grave for her, my auntie started singing and crying and calling upon God. And this particular boy now that took the shovel, mistakenly took the shovel and went to pour sand. Instead of him to allow the youths from my grandma's village, right, her family youths, to bury her, to cover the grave, he went and started covering the grave, and that one caused another big issue. The thing convex them, no be small thing. They said all of us should leave the graveside, and we left. And then they covered her, performed their ritual that they said they would perform and all of that. And then quarrel started. See them. They wanted to start destroying things. They said they must cut one palm, whatever. This one was already on top of the roof and said he would scatter the roof. They were begging him that, he said, we must bring one chicken. See the chicken and the yam. See it. Somebody was holding it here. They had to show him the chicken and the yam. That's the young man wearing his shirt. He had to come down. It was one agric and one native fowl. We have to give them before they calm down. I mean, the youths. I thought that was all. After calming them down, like giving them their rights that they demand, because they said it is their ada, is their daughter, that they can do anything they want. If we don't give them what they want, they will start destroying things. When I saw that the matter no be child's play, that they were very serious and ready to spoil things, at some point they were demanding, it was not 50K or something. And at some point we negotiated at a point and they took a certain amount, right? See the boy, see him on top of the roof trying to see, like, when the negotiation didn't go well, he went back up to the roof and was trying to see him holding the chicken and the yam and the other things that he had to go and buy and give him. After that, they went and cut this what is it called, plantain tree, and carried it and ran all over the compound and said it was my grandmother they are carrying. You guys say, my eyes actually saw my ears in this burial. Child.
So that was what actually happened. That burial is one of the burials that I used to hear that Uzuma Adana Anyalo, like the corpse of a female child is heavy. I used to hear that saying, Uzuma Adana Anyalo. I never knew it was this much, because my eyes saw my ears. Like, I can't they wonder, hey God. So now so burial be for Igbo land, because recently we've not actually done any burial that I would say, okay, this is it. And when I started making my investigations, I was told that if it was a man that died, nothing much, unless maybe he's an also titled person, that's when all these kind of demands, starts coming up. But if the person just dies, if he's a man. So my question now is to Igbo people. Why women? Don't you guys think that these demands you're placing will still be on the see, okay, let me put it in a polite way, in a way it will be understandable. Please, before you people start placing all the demands, I know that my voice may not go far about this. I just want to share this experience with some of you guys. Please, if you have encountered something like this, let's talk about it. Share your story with me in the comment section, because it's still like a kind of strange to me. The strangest of them all was the one that they said she will not be buried in the compound. Then this other one that shocked my life when I thought it was over was when we got to her father's house, and then they said we cannot move her until we perform a certain tradition, just because she was maltreated. And the youths also came out to destroy things, like you guys already saw. What I want to say is, please, I'm not saying they should not observe their tradition, right? I'm not a traditionalist. I'm not saying they should not do whatever they want to do. But my own is, before you guys start placing all these demands, please, can you people look around and see if the people that will actually foot these bills are on ground? If you look at the family and see that they are not capable of footing all these bills, why place the demand on them? Why make them borrow money to do burial? Why make them go into debt just because they want to bury? Why? And this whole thing became worse because we had to take my grandma to the morgue, assuming we buried her that same day that she died. I don't think all these things would have happened. It would have happened, but it wouldn't have gotten to this level. Do you guys know that before she was buried, that some people came to check her grave where she will be buried, and also demanded some items? Do you guys even know that? Hey God. This is like, this burial, after the burial, it took me like 2 whole days to assimilate the whole thing. Sometimes I'll just be lost in thoughts. I'll be thinking about why did this one happen? What does it mean? Honestly, it was not just an easy thing, but we thank God that it has come and gone. And I want to sincerely appreciate all of you that supported this burial, my subscribers that came to our rescue, all the people that donated towards this burial, especially those that sent money to my auntie Joyce Love's account. Please, God bless you all. I sincerely appreciate all of you, like from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you all. And to those that sent in their prayers, every other, like, all of you came out massively to support. To all the bodies that came out to ask questions, chook mouth inside the matter, please, I want to appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Like, thank you so much to all the people that assisted and made this burial a success. May God Almighty continue to bless you all. I'm officially giving this appreciation and also officially tendering this apology because the burial video took longer than it should because it's prayer time, because we had some delay, which my auntie is going to share in a well-detailed video why the video took long time to share the video with you guys. So that being said, I want to appreciate you all. Thank you so much once again. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course, I'm begging, please, if at this point you've not subscribed to my channel, do me well to subscribe to the channel and join the family. And I'm going to see you guys once again in another video. Bye.